Hi everyone! Let's talk about pop art, a vibrant and groundbreaking art movement from the 1950s and 60s. The name says it all. Pop art is short for popular art and it celebrates imagery from everyday life like ads, comic books, and mass-produced products. And what's so cool about pop art is that it turned ordinary mundane things into extraordinary works of art that anyone could relate to. What's so cool about pop art is that it turned ordinary mundane things into. Now, why did it matter? Well, pop art was a rebellion. It said goodbye to the serious, moody vibe of abstract expressionism and hello to fun, relatable art. It captures the spirit of a time when consumerism media and technology were booming. Let's dive deeper.
Alright, let's set the stage. After the World War II, things were looking up economically. People had more money, and the world was all about mass production and consumption. Think about the rise of TV, flashy ads, and catchy jingles. That was the vibe of the time. Pop art also had a cheeky side, borrowing from movements like Dadaism, which famously poked fun at traditional art. Take Duchamp's fountain as an example. It was literally a urinal, and yet it was art. Pop art followed in those footsteps but added a more colorful commercial twist. It spoke to a society obsessed with image, advertising, and consumption.
Now, let's meet some of the trailblazers of pop art. First up, we have Richard Hamilton, the British artist who's often called the father of pop art. His 1956 collage, Just What Is It That Makes Today's Home So Different, So Appealing, was a playful mashup of advertisements, gadgets, and glamorous figures. It's like a snapshot of 1950s consumer culture with a wink.
Then there's Andy Warhol, the superstar of American pop art. Warhol turns soup cans and celebrities like Marilyn Monroe into cultural icons. His studio, The Factory, was a creative playground where art, fashion, and fame collided. Warhol's motto: everyone will be famous for 15 minutes.
Next is Roy Lichtenstein, who brought comic books into the art world. His works like Wham! And Johnny Girl have those dramatic dots and speech bubbles. They are fun, but also make you think about how we consume stories and emotions through media.
We can forget Claes Oldenburg, who made giant sculptures of everyday items. Imagine a giant clothespin or an enormous burger. His art makes you see the ordinary in extraordinary ways.
Finally, artists like Jasper Johns and Robert Rauschenberg blurred the lines between abstract expressionism and pop culture, paving the way for this colorful revolution.
Let's talk about the art itself. It's what makes pop art so unforgettable.
First, there's Richard Hamilton's Just What Is It That Makes Today's Home So Different, So Appealing. It's like a cheeky magazine ad but crammed with symbols of consumerism. You can almost feel the 1950s vibe radiating from it.
Then we have Andy Warhol's Campbell's soup cans. Warhol painted 32 canvases, each featuring a different soup flavor. It's simple, right? But it makes you think about how we view consumer goods. Is it art or just marketing genius?
Roy Lichtenstein's Wham! And Drowning Girl look like they came straight out of a comic book, but they are in galleries. It's fun, but also makes you question how mass media simplifies emotions.
Claes Oldenburg's Floor Burger is literally a giant burger. It's funny and absurd, but it also challenges you to see everyday things in a new way.
Finally, Warhol's Marilyn Diptych is more than just pretty pictures. It repeats Marilyn Monroe's face over and over, fading out in parts, hinting at fame's fleeting nature.
So why does pop art still matter? Well, it changed the game. It made art more inclusive and showed that everyday culture, like ads, products, and even comics, deserves a place in galleries. Pop art also paved the way for graphic design, advertising, and even street art. Think about Banksy and Shepard Fairey. They're carrying the pop art torch by mixing cultural critique with visual appeal.
And let's not forget fashion and digital media. Pop art's bold colors and playful themes still influence trends today, proving that its impact is anything but temporary.
To wrap things up, pop art was more than just an art movement. It was a cultural revolution. It blurred the lines between art and life, inviting us to see beauty and meaning in the everyday. From soup cans to comic books, it made art fun, relatable, and thought-provoking.
We hope this journey into pop art inspires you to look at the world around you a little differently. Who knows? You might find art in the most unexpected places. Thank
Yes,
you.